telling you what like, I don't need to convince you.
He missed a three. He could have won the game. He missed it. And then we got to talk about the holistic replay center.
But he did talk about that.
A replay center for an issue we had 4 years ago.
Then play the 9-minute press conference.
We don't have time for it. Jamal Murray seals the game right in front of AD. Here's a happy Jamal Murray and a succinct AD.
To miss, like I said, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, damn near 14, I don't know how many it was in a row. For all of them to tell me to keep shooting, and none of them ever wavered in confidence in me hitting a shot is, I think pretty special, and then that's what really kept me shooting.
What happened on that last play?
Jamal Murray made a shot.
Jamal Murray's field goals. First 7 quarters, 12 for 40. Fourth quarter, 6 for 8, so he heated up a little bit. Nick, are you ready to admit this series is over?
I mean, how can something end before it's even begun?
That's a fair point.
You know it's over.
They haven't started yet.
It hasn't even started.
Yeah, all right.
In fact, as it happens, these NBA playoffs haven't started. I don't know what it means for the ratings, but
Not good.
we're now 11-0 for home teams. So none of these series are yet to start.
Right? What the heck is going on?
Wilds, what was my pre-series prediction? You know it because you held it up, and I tweeted it out.
You said Lakers
yesterday.
in 6.
Okay. So what does that? I know you're not quite as good at math as I am, but what does that mean?
So you're going to have to win 4.
No, but what does it mean? The series
No,
is?
the next 4.
Would have to win 4 straight for the series to be exact.
Okay,
but what
sure.
was my prediction? Lakers win 4 games, and the Nuggets win how many?
2.
2, exactly. So I'm halfway there. Okay. So the idea that it would be over, no, listen. I don't look at, and I'm going to bring up the number I brought up earlier as well. People are going to say, oh, you lost the game, D'Lo was red hot. Mm-hmm. That's true. But what's also true is Rui and Austin Reeves were awful. And there were
They all 5 got to play. Terrifically
because
for them to win a game?
No, because my point is, with D'Lo, Rui, and Austin Reeves going 13 of 34 from the field, and with the bench scoring 6 total points, it's right there. So, no, I don't think the series is over. Do I think the Lakers are in bad shape? Obviously. Does Game 3 become a no-question must-win? Obviously. Do I think it's over? No, I don't think that, and we're talking about, I don't think Knicks Sixers is over either. I don't think it's over when you lose 2 home games.
They got the best player in the series. Here, let me try to convince you. Mm-hmm. All right, Jamal Murray isn't even playing well.
Correct.
He's shooting 37% from the field, less than 30% from 3. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to hot up. I'm going to bet on him heating up more than Rui and Reeves. All right?
That's fair.
AD goes 32 and 11. LeBron is tremendous and did kind of what I said yesterday.
Yes.
Come out, get everybody involved, playmaking, and then he's got his gas in the 4th, and he was great in the 4th. The only thing he did was just miss that shot. D'Lo, great, 7 threes. All right, 23 points. The Lakers made 5 more three-pointers than the Nuggets. Nuggets shot 23% from 3. Lakers shot 43. All right, the Lakers shot 49% overall, Denver 44%. The Lakers led by 20.
Yeah.
I mean, and they still lost.
Yeah.
It's over, Nick. They have now lost in just about every way imaginable.
Right. So they've gotten rid of all of
this.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
I got a good graphic. Do we have time?
Well, it's 24 minutes.
Because I got a great graphic here. Look at the most current win streaks in the league. Knicks over Pistons 15 straight, Warriors over Rockets.
It's all bad teams.
Yes!
I get it.
That's how much they own the Lakers.
Yeah, I get it.
Those other teams are lottery teams looking for the next superstar in the draft.
That's pretty good.
And the Lakers.
I get it.
It's over.
Home teams 206 and 18 in best of 7s if they win the first 2 at home. He gets hit. Now, after the game, this was reviewed, LeBron was not happy. Take a listen.
I don't understand what's going on in the replay center, to be honest. I said it. I think I said it this year or last year, whatever. D'Lo clearly gets hit in the face on a drive. What the do we have a replay center? If it's going to go, it doesn't make sense to me. It makes no sense to me. It bothers me. Sorry I didn't answer your question, but that is like. And then I just saw what happened with the Sixers Knicks game too. What are we doing?
Sixers game. I don't know, guys.
Hold on.
I don't know if you caught Cavs magic, but there was a call in the second quarter of that I disagreed with as well. My goodness gracious.
Wow.
Wolves Suns. I don't know. A second.
You didn't think Sixers, we'll get to it later, you didn't think Sixers-Knicks had a controversial ending?
Sure.
Okay.
Do I think LeBron? Do I remember another time in the history of? And tell me if I'm wrong, Brew, because you're encyclopedic. Of a star player talking about the refereeing in another game after losing a buzzer beater. I do not remember that.
Well, I
think that is a
that's it. You can't remember star players talking about holistic issues of the league.
The
like
game game before them, when they're locked in a do-or-die game, and they're complaining about the referees in the previous game. I don't remember that, and I think it's strange.
Hold on, you think he saw that before the Lakers game? Of course not.
Didn't he say he saw it before he watched it before the game?
He walked out? The game ends. He's in the line. They're on the court warming up when Sixers-Knicks ends. Just to be clear, the way this worked was his game ended. He's changing. They're bitching about the refs in there, and someone in the locker room's like, "Hey, and you see what happened in Philly?" And they look at that.
I thought he saw it beforehand.
No, I mean he saw it before the press conference. But I mean, but go just for context on what happened there. But go ahead.
What's the question?
Surprised LeBron is upset with the referees.
Well, look, when you just look at that quote, it looks like he's definitely blaming the refs. When you watch the whole press conference, the first 3.5 minutes of a 4.5 minute, 5 minute press conference, he was he was sober-minded about it. Like, hey, we missed some shots, we got some looks, we just missed them. My shot rimmed them in and out. Like, I didn't think he wasn't blaming the refs for most of the press conference. This, I'm not sure if he's blaming the refs. The D'Lo thing, I mean, that happened at the end of the third quarter. Again, you're still up 10 at that point. That certainly wasn't the reason you won. There's no need to bring up Philly. And I think LeBron did it unsolicited. That wasn't the question. He even acknowledged that. I think he was trying to send a message. Nobody's voice is as loud as LeBron's in the league office. He's trying to send a message. Hold on. He's trying to send a message to for the next game.
That what?
Now what?
They want more calls?
Well, he wants more calls. Now, no, I'm not saying that's what he's doing. But here's the thing.
Do you know
it's not a good look. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It's not a good look. Except that they just got
the free throw disparity.
Okay,
you know this graphic nonsense.
No, well,
free throw disparity.
We've seen this before. Phil Jackson, Jeff. This is what you do.
This is a normal graphic. I know it's the style of play in LeBron.
So again, So this is the problem. I think. Go ahead. I'll let you finish. Sorry.
Oh, that's wow.
That's the last 2 seasons. So let's just
they
be
are
clear.
3 times.
The difference between number 2, 3, 4, 5 is all within 80 free throws. And the Lakers are 700 above. And he has to send a message that they need more.
So let me.
Here's what he's trying to do. I didn't know this graphic.
Okay,
Thank you,
so
bro.
that's because you don't spend as much time on social media as Wilds. And this was a very popular bar graph from 2 weeks ago that everybody fell in love with. So let's actually do the real data on it.
Sure.
Last year, the Lakers had a almost historic free throw edge last season.
Okay.
I don't know how much that impacts this year. This year, do the Lakers shoot the most free throws per game of any team in the league? No. This year, do the Lakers get called for the fewest fouls of any team in the league? No. It's actually Orlando gets the most free throws, Boston get fouls the least. The Lakers are second in both categories, right? The second most, second least. LeBron personally, 60 guys in the league that drive to the basket as much as he does, at least 10 drives per game. Where do you think he ranks in free throw attempts? The answer is right in the middle, 25th. So does he think, there are 2 things going on here. One, I know, and I never talk about this on the air, but I still told it to you before the show, so I will. I know from a personal conversation with LeBron, the replay the existence of instant replay has been maddening to this player since Game 1, 2018. And we don't have to go through all of it, Brew, but if you remember, the Cavs are up 2, he gets a charge on Durant, and they review it to see if he's in the restricted area.
Right.
He was not in the restricted area, but because they reviewed that, everything becomes reviewable. They're like, you weren't in the restricted area, but we're still flipping it from charge to block. Right or wrong, from that moment forward, the replay has been an issue, okay? I also think, and I think the table will agree, the D'Angelo thing was an odd overturn. Yeah. That was an odd overturn. What he didn't talk about there, which would have been blaming the refs, but I also think would have been more fair, is the non-replay missed call on his and one after he got called. We can show you the video. And he wanted Ham to review it. This is the one where he's furious because he gets hit in the head, and I hope we have the replay where you can see it. This is to go up 2 points. Okay, we don't have the right angle, but you see it. Jamal Murray comes over and hits him in the head. And it was right after he got called for a foul on Jamal. But that Reggie was saying you can't call in the playoffs with a minute left, and he was this one right there.
Yeah.
And he was asking Darvin to review it, and for some reason Darvin didn't. So if we want to say the Lakers get a friendly whistle because of how great of a whistle they got in the 2023 season, so be it. But LeBron does not. There is no data that supports that LeBron does.
Okay, so Lakers as a team, I don't know what I'm going to say. I just pulled up a graphic, and it said one team is plus 1,100, and the other teams are plus 379.
Yes, but let me ask you.
They get the friendly. They had the
I don't think. Do you think they get a bad whistle?
No,
I don't think they're getting a bad whistle in this series. I think LeBron's trying to send a message. I don't blame him for that, but I don't think he's getting.
What I think is this, and this is the problem that I have with that stat going viral the way it did, and next year, if the Lakers get a slightly negative whistle, that graphic will still be there.
Sure.
Because it was such a discrepancy a year ago. That, to me, does not have any relevance to how these playoff games are called. It doesn't. It does not have any relevance to whether or not LeBron should be annoyed. And by the way, I gave 3 reasons why the Lakers lost. I didn't include the refs. You guys know from when the Chiefs were losing games and the whole world was blaming the refs. I don't typically believe in blaming the refs. Do I think that it's within LeBron's rights to say the replay system, you guys are doing it differently? That would never have been overturned, ever, in the regular season. And now you're overturning it here.
I think
it's not a good look.
Lameness.
It's not a good look. Would you admit that? At the time, just accept. I would have. Now, Joel Embiid, and we're going to get to him talking, blaming the refs. But I'd rather a player, Embiid, in this case LeBron, say we're going to win this series. We should be up 2-0, whether you believe him or not. We should be up 2-0.
Yes.
We're the better team. We're going to win this series. That's what I want to hear you say. I don't. Again, he's playing gamesmanship with the refs, but it's not a good look. It looks like you're blaming.
And maybe I'm wrong. The fact that you hated the fact that he brought up Knicks Sixers, I think that more is evidence to my point that what he is saying, we have a problem with the consistency of the officiating in this league. It, in his opinion, impacted both of these classic games. And I have a problem with guys who consistently go out and, make excuses. That's not who he's been. It's similar to when Mahomes freaked out after the Bills thing and at the press conference. It was like, okay, if you do that all the time, that's a problem. If it's a one-off and you know the power your voice carries, I think it's legitimate. I do.
I guess. I'll meet you at, and I guess.
Well, I'm not trying to be